Imagine waking up tomorrow to find your compass pointing south, completely reversed. Billions of animals suddenly lose their minds and plummet from the sky as neon auroras blaze across the entire planet. Earth's magnetic field is collapsing, and the global power grid is moments from total failure. Would you survive? More importantly, how would you keep your family alive? Let's face it, an invisible shield is keeping you alive right now. Without it, Earth's atmosphere just bleeds into space. The oceans evaporate. Nothing survives. Bye-bye. It's been running for 4.2 billion years, but looking at the latest data, our shield is visibly weakening. Deep underground, a massive ocean of liquid metal never stops moving. That swirling molten iron cooks at around 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The violent movement creates a force field around the entire planet, pushing dangerous cosmic radiation away from the sun every single day. There is no backup system. It works, or it doesn't. Most people think this magnetic field is their main radiation shield. It's not. Earth's atmosphere actually does the heavy lifting. What the magnetic field protects is the air itself. It stops the solar wind from poking holes in our defenses and blowing our oxygen away. We know what happens when a planet loses this fight. Look at Mars. No air, no water, just dead rock. There's already a terrifying weak spot stretching from South America, smack dab in the middle of the Atlantic, right over to Africa. The Hubble telescope has to shut its electronics down every time it passes through it. Astronauts on the space station constantly report random flashes of light in their vision. That's pure high-energy radiation hitting their optic nerves. Ouch. That weak spot gets bigger every year. Nobody knows when it stops. Before we watch the modern world go dark, hit that subscribe button and drop a quick like on the video. Let's roll. Fasten your seatbelts. Day 1. Google Maps routes you right into a lake. Every GPS on Earth is off by dozens of miles, and it's not just human tech. Migratory birds, sea turtles, whales, and bees all rely on an internal magnetic compass built right into their chests to navigate. Suddenly, north is south. Their instincts scramble. Flocks of birds fly in exhausting circles until they literally drop. Thousands of whales beach themselves in a mass panic. The FAA pushes the panic button. They ground 45,000 commercial flights. Airlines navigate by hand for the first time since the 70s. I know what you're thinking. A GPS glitch? Great excuse to skip work. You chill on the couch with a hot coffee. Pretty spiffy for a Tuesday. You figure the tech guys will fix it in a jiff, right? Yeah, just kidding. No one is coming to save the satellites. Week 1. The magnetic field rapidly drops to 10% of normal strength. Orbital satellites take raw radiation hits they were never built to handle. Circuits melt. They are completely destroyed. We are flying blind. Financial timing systems go down next. Wall Street relies on ultra-precise atomic clocks to process trillions of dollars. Those clocks lose sync. The stock market auto-pauses. ATMs stop working. Your digital money is sitting right there, but you can't reach it. Well, maybe you should have kept a bunch of cash stuffed in your mattress. Digital banking seems pretty fishy now. But honestly, $20 bills won't help when the physical world stops moving. You can't eat paper. Total buzzkill. Month 3. The visual reality kicks in. Auroras appear everywhere. You won't need to fly to Iceland. People in Tahiti start seeing the northern lights, then Miami, then LA. You walk outside. The night sky is glowing in vivid neon greens and purples, chock full of color. Everyone is filming it. Stunning. Whoa. But that beautiful glow is a massive warning siren. It means unfiltered solar radiation is actively hitting the surface. A protective bubble has popped. The ozone layer gets punctured. Extra ultraviolet radiation damages human tissue. Very quickly, skin cancer becomes as common as the flu. Genetic mutations become a massive generational crisis. Okay, you're thinking the biggest threat is getting cooked. It's real. But radiation is a slow killer. What actually brings a modern civilization to its knees happens in just 72 hours. Let's look at the brutal domino chain. Right now, we are on the highly active trailing edge of solar cycle 25. The sun is hostile. Without our full shield, extreme solar storms violently bypass our defenses and burn out large electrical transformers. The US relies on roughly 2,000 of these massive units. They weigh 400,000 pounds each. They physically hold the national grid together. They aren't mass-produced. Each takes 12 to 18 months to custom build. Right now, there are very few operational spares left in the entire country. Transformers fail. The national grid collapses. Unpredictable rolling blackouts begin. Rural areas lose power first. The government ends up killing two birds with one stone, abandoning remote towns to save the urban centers. For the first time in your life, your zip code entirely determines your vital resources. Then, water treatment plants instantly shut down. Without pumping pressure, your tap water becomes biologically unsafe to drink. Flushing toilets becomes useless. Because municipal sewer systems rely on electric pumps to move waste, the underground pipes quickly back up. Within 3 days, the city smells like farts. Ugh, it's going to seriously stink, am I right? And to add insult to injury, supply trucks stop moving. Gas stations can't pump diesel fuel without electricity. Grocery store shelves empty out in 72 hours flat. Panicking crowds wipe them clean. After day 3, it's not a localized blackout anymore. It's a desperately urgent food problem, a critical water problem, a brutal safety problem, and there is no warning pushed to your phone the night before. You go to sleep in the 21st century, you wake up fighting for literal scraps. The people who come out okay aren't the ones with the most cash. They're the ones who paid attention early when there was still time to act. Here's where it gets highly uncomfortable. Scientists genuinely don't agree on how fast this flip happens. Some geologists confidently say a reversal takes 10,000 grueling years. Others swear it's closer to 1,000. But one groundbreaking paleomagnetic study found hard physical evidence of a complete magnetic reversal happening in under 100 years, less than a single human lifetime. That study has never been disproven. The people whose entire job is tracking this phenomenon genuinely don't know how fast it goes when the bottom drops out. Somehow, that blind spot is the scariest part. Never tell me the odds. We are essentially flying blind. To put it in perspective, let's look back 42,000 years ago. Earth's magnetic field plummeted to 10% of normal for roughly 800 years. The weakened shield allowed blistering solar radiation to rip straight through the ozone layer. Scientists linked that exact period to dozens of species being wiped off the face of the Earth in Australia. Giant tank-like wombats. Kangaroos the physical size of a modern compact car. Gone. The harsh UV exposure and sudden climate shifts turned them into fossils. But at the exact same time, deep inside the freezing limestone caves of France, early humans were busy. They painted cold stone walls. Wild horses, bison, outlines of their own handprints. It remains some of the oldest complex art ever found. Our ancestors walked right through a global geomagnetic apocalypse. They adapted to a heavily irradiated sky. They took shelter in the darkness. They made it through. Life has survived all 183 recorded magnetic flips. Good news is, life isn't a fragile thing. None of planetary history's 5 great mass extinctions was caused by a magnetic reversal. Humans are incredibly stubborn, adaptable creatures. What is fragile is everything we hastily built in the rapid last 150 years. The alternating current power grid, a massive network of satellites, the global supply chain. Oh yeah, we built a digital empire chock full of exposed electronic vulnerabilities and forgot to protect its hardware from the sky. We shouldn't assume our modern comfort is permanent. It strictly depends on an invisible magnetic bubble that is actively failing. Earth has done this 183 times. The liquid iron core will keep swirling. The planet itself will be entirely fine. It's just hitting the reset button. The pressing question is the one we started with. When the compass starts wildly spinning and the digital lights flicker out, will you see it coming? And more importantly, will you be ready to live in a world where everything you thought was permanent suddenly vanishes in the nick of time? You wouldn't want to be caught off guard. In 1959, a solar storm hit Earth so hard it set telegraph offices on fire across the country. Operators were literally electrocuted by their own machines. NASA currently gives it a 12% chance per decade of catastrophic storm that exact size hitting us again. If a coronal mass ejection of that colossal scale hits our fragile grid today, we get exactly 18 short minutes of early warning. 18 minutes. And there is no comprehensive federal plan to save the power grid. None. It's a load of crap, but it's the cold truth. That's the next video. If you want to know exactly what to do in those 18 critical minutes, hit that subscribe button and drop a quick like on this video. We'll be perfectly ready. We are building a strong community of informed survivors here. Don't be left behind. The universe has laws, but we're here to push them to the breaking point. I'm Rabo, and the lab is always open. Catch you on the next one.